Hello my dear students, welcome back to the physics class. In the previous class, we studied about refractive index and some activities related with refraction. And today we are going to discuss about another topic, that is total internal reflection. So let's see what is total internal reflection. So for that, here you can see a figure. Here a girl who looks at an aquarium can see the base on the surface of water. Can you say what is the reason behind this? This is because of total internal reflection that the bottom of the aquarium is seen reflected on the surface of the water. So let's learn more about this topic. Here you can see a ray of light passing from glass to air, that is from a denser medium to a rarer medium. When a ray of light is incident in a refracting surface, a major part of the incident light gets refracted and a major portion gets reflected. The refracted ray bends away from the normal after refraction. That is, the angle of refraction R is greater than the angle of incidence I. Now, if we increase the angle of incidence, the angle of refraction also increases. And for a certain angle of incidence, here it is IC, the refracted ray crosses over the surface of separation and the angle of refraction will be 90 degree. IC is referred to as critical angle. So, the critical angle is that angle of incidence for which a ray of light, while moving from a denser to a rarer medium, just grazes over the surface of separation of the two media. That is, the angle of refraction is equal to 90 degree. If we further increases the angle of incidence, the light ray, instead of getting refracted, bounces back into the same medium, obeying laws of reflection. This is known as total internal reflection. Next one, the conditions to satisfy total internal reflection. So let's see. First one, the ray of light must travel from a denser medium to a rarer medium. This is the first condition. Second one, the angle of incidence must be greater than the critical angle for those two media. These are the two conditions. Let's see the definitions of total internal reflection and critical angle in detail. Critical angle. When a ray of light passes from a medium of greater optical density to that of lower optical density, the angle of incidence at which the angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. This is the critical angle. And the critical angle in water is 48.6 degree. So what is critical angle? When a ray of light passes from a medium of greater optical density to a lower optical density, the angle of incidence at which the angle of refraction becomes 90 degree. And this 90 degree is the critical angle. And the critical angle in water is 48.6 degree. And the critical angle of glass is 42 degree. So let's see the definition for total internal reflection. When a ray of light passes from a medium of higher optical density to a medium of lower optical density at an angle of incidence greater than the critical angle, the ray is reflected back to the same medium without undergoing refraction. This phenomenon is known as total internal reflection. So what is total internal reflection? When a ray of light passes from a medium of higher optical density to a lower one at an angle of incidence greater than the critical angle, what happens at that time? The ray is reflected back to the same medium without undergoing refraction. This phenomenon is known as total internal reflection. Next, we are going to analyze the figures given here. Here you can see 5 figures. So the first question from the figures are, which are the figures that show total internal reflection? Yes, that is figure A and E. And the second one, what is the critical angle of glass? From the figure D, we can say that it is 42 degree. And the third one, will total internal reflection take place when light passing through water is incident on the surface of separation with air at an angle of incidence of 45 degree, and why? Here the figure deals with this question is the last one. Here you can see the incident ray after reflection comes back to the same medium. So here total internal reflection does not take place. The reason is that total internal reflection, that means TIR, takes place only if the angle of incidence is greater than 48.6 degree. That we know the critical angle for glass is 48.6. Next one, the practical applications of total internal reflection. Nowadays we are using total internal reflection in our day-to-day life. Total internal reflection is used in the medical field, that is in endoscope, to analyze our internal organs. And the glittering of diamond is also due to the total internal reflection. Here only a portion of the light hitting a diamond is reflected. The rest travels through it. As the light moves through the diamond, it is scattered and creating sparkles that diamonds are known for. The third one, water foundation in parks. The coloration of water is due to the total internal reflection. It is also made use of in touchscreen of camera and in automotive rain sensors. In the field of telecommunications also, we are using total internal reflection. Through optical fibers, thousands of signals of different frequencies can be sent to distant places simultaneously, making use of total internal reflection of light without losing the intensity. This paved the way for optical fiber being used in telecommunications. These are the practical applications of total internal reflection. That's for today. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.